Video games, they make you angry, they make you laugh, and they make you cry. And these are the top 10 games that have made me cry. And don't worry, if you want to play any of these specific games, I've got time codes so you can skip, so you can avoid spoilers. Number 10, by no one's surprise on this list, Kingdom Hearts. If you didn't know, my favorite series of all time is Kingdom Hearts, but the first entry in this entire series was actually the first game to ever make me cry. You play as Sora, a boy from a tropical island called Destiny Island who just wants to go out and see the world. He loves his friends and all he wants to do is see what's out there. So when his home is taken and his friends go missing and he's burdened with the responsibility of being the chosen one, with a giant fucking key, he goes on a journey across the stars because all he really wants to do is go back home and be with his friends again. Also, Donald and Goofy are there. Picture this, you're in your bedroom at 9 years old, you've been struggling with the final few hours in the fucking elevators of this game for weeks, and you've got a day off school sick. You save the day and you get both of your friends back, but then, last minute, one of them goes missing again. And you're greeted with this.
I'll come back to you. I promise. I know you will.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say. Kingdom Hearts is my childhood. Simple and Clean was my ringtone. I remember being at a friend's house as he first started playing the game. I wanted a Keyblade so bad. And I loved everything about the game, so we rented it from Blockbuster of all places. Yes, I'm 30, shut the fuck up. From the music, to the levels, to the gameplay, just... Kingdom Hearts will never not make me cry. I was like 9 years old. I was 1 year away from becoming a Pokemon trainer. 1 year away from becoming a Hogwarts wizard. Fuck J.K. Rowling. And there's something about a dream of becoming the chosen one that is just so tempting. Number 9, Farewell North. You play as a border collie just trying to bring colour and life back to your owner's life. Set in the Northern Islands of Scotland, you herd animals, free the wildlife, and be a good dog. The levels feel nice, the running is enjoyable, you don't feel like you're the dog when playing as them, you feel like a proud owner of a hard-working dog. If you've ever had a dog pass away, Farewell North is an experience. It's this wholesome game that I'd recommend anyone with a free Sunday on a cold day, wrap up in a blanket and just play. I feel most people know where the game is leading you. Even the title kind of gives it away. But the entire lead up, its final moments, if you have ever experienced the loss of a pet, it's the kind of send-off you hope they got. Number 8, Spiritfarer. I never got around to finishing the entirety of Spiritfarer, but I put a lot of hours into it. I might have to put this on the 2026 stream playlist, so go ahead and follow me on Twitch. This is the kind of game I love. A cozy title with lovely sound effects. The kind of game that you play with dim lighting in the room. Nobody to talk to, just get stuck inside a world that looks this beautiful. Spiritfarer is a management type game, but everyone is dead. Your job is to ferry these souls to the afterlife. The artwork for this game is amazing, the character designs are so well done, the friendships that you have and form, and all the goodbyes just break your heart. I fell asleep once playing this game because I felt so comfortable listening to the music and the sounds of the water. Number 7, Life is Strange. Life is Strange is a choice-based coming-of-age story about Max and a reunion with her old best friend Chloe. When she discovers that she has time-bending powers, she saves her life, but what effect does that have on time when a huge hurricane is heading towards Arcadia Bay? That's just the setup. Playing this game multiple times, from my early 20s to now my early 30s, I have a different look at the characters. The red flags, the green flags. I enjoy this series a lot, but your opinion changes of these characters over time. You're growing up and it's awkward. The game's dialogue is often cringe, but I think there's a point, because that's what being a teenager is. You think you're being cool or being clever, and realistically you're saying shaka bra and thinking that the red flag of a romantic interest in your life is endgame. It doesn't matter what option that you pick. You will be left hurting a bit. But if you choose to sacrifice Chloe, you cry. You see her funeral. You feel that loss. And now let's take a moment to speak to our sponsor. Are you a good dog? Do you want to drink caffeine out of a dog bowl because you're just quirky like that? Well, do I have good news for you? GamerSupps really looked at the furry fandom and went, you know what they need? Paw print hoodies with ears, collars, leashes, cool bandanas, and a motherfucking dog bowl! And you gotta fill up that dog bowl with something, so I recommend Guacamole Gamerfart or Blue! Get 10% off using FURRIES CRY at checkout. Go to gamersupps.gg/furdad. Now! Number 6, Goodbye Volcano High. This game became a meme because a bunch of 4chaners thought that it was going to be some anthropomorphic dinosaur fucking visual novel porn. But Goodbye Volcano High is a cinematic narrative where it's the end of the world, but also your final year in high school. You and your friends are in a band ready to take on the world just as it's about to end. You play music, make emotional decisions, try and win battle of the bands, try to romance people a little bit. I love a good coming-of-age story, and think this game is really good. The ending is controversial because I think a large chunk of audiences get pissed off when an ending is left with some ambiguity. The story doesn't tell you how it actually ends. There's an obvious answer, and then a hopeful one. Goodbye Volcano High is the story of the end of the world. So when the world ends, the story should end. And that either means, well, the world was saved, well, the story ends. You don't need to see it be saved. We weren't watching the saving of the world. We were watching it end. And then if it does end, it ended. We have our answer either way. We don't get to see what happens after the end of the world. And if you like this game and like that kind of a story, go and watch Carol vs. the End of the World. It's a really interesting take on what it would be like to live the last few months of planet Earth. Number 5, VRChat. This one's kind of a meme because VRChat is more of a social platform than a game, but yeah. If you lived through the pandemic in VRChat, you definitely cried at some point. If you got too drunk at a drinking night and trauma dumped everywhere, you definitely cried in VRChat. This is a world of human connection. You can find so many people and find your tribe. People who understand you, people who you can be vulnerable with. Just be prepared that if you've been sweating a bit with the headset on, you're gonna get what I like to call spicy eye. So wash your face. Number 4, Night in the Woods. Another cliche furry game, another coming-of-age game. Night in the Woods is an iconic title that is well worth being on a lot of people's favorite games lists. God bless Greg and Angus. You play as May, a cat who has decided to ditch college after something bad has happened, and you don't know what, and it's none of your business. But what certainly isn't your business, but is made your business, is the chopped off arm found outside the diner. There is a mystery in town. People have gone missing. The town is dying. But you're back, and your mission is to eat food, play music, be gay, do crime, and stab each other. The game takes around 10 hours to play. Every day you get a chance to hang out with different friends, experience the festivities of the town, and unlock the great mystery. Do not sleep on hanging out with Germ. Germ is amazing. Number 3, As Long as You're Here. This is a story about a grandmother with dementia. As someone who saw that happen to someone that you love for 15 years, it is a game that left me sobbing. It is a short experience of around 2 hours. If you have family you care about, it makes you appreciate the time you spent with them. If you've lost family, it makes you appreciate the time that you had. If you have family that have had dementia, it makes you feel less alone. Humans are made of 2 things, experiences and then memories. That's why I believe you should always chase something new. You should always want to be discovering for as long as you can, not just sitting in memories of what's comfortable. In the story, you go through her memories and her present of struggling with disassociating and losing track of where you are, what you were doing. It's not just about the grandmother's experience, it's about the people around her too, and about how they're all dealing with this. Sorry I had to be a bit more serious for a moment, but this one required a bit more tact. Number 2, Kingdom Hearts 3. Remember how earlier on I said, Kingdom Hearts will never not make me cry? I was on the sofa in my living room, at that point a 24-year-old being, thinking about how 15 years of my life had gone. All the Kingdom Hearts games I played. All the times that I sat down and just enjoyed this series that I loved so much, and listening to all of the music, and then we start the new intro cutscene and I'm crying. Video games, like movies, are a narrative experience, but they require your active participation. So when you cry or feel something from a game, it's because our dumb monkey brains are like, yeah, this is happening to us. One of the weirder things is that when I was 9, Sora was 14, so I kind of looked up to him. And now I'm 32 and I play Kingdom Hearts 3 where Sora is 16. And I'm like, I wish to go back to that. That's life. You move on, you progress, time goes by, but you still hold on to the things that you love. I love that I still love this franchise from when I was just a kid, you know. I think we all have that. I think we all have those shows and movies and especially games that we look back at and they bring a tear to our eye. Doesn't matter if it's something like Halo or TF2 or I don't know. There's nothing like sitting down at your desk or your sofa or anywhere to play a game you love is enough to make you cry. Number 1, and there won't be any spoilers, Before Your Eyes. I love this game a lot. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and it takes only 2 hours to play. You are a soul that has been picked up by the ferryman and have to tell the story of your life to see if you are worthy of being accepted into the afterlife. The game progresses by tracking your blinking, either with a webcam or PSVR 2. It's interesting that this game requires you to be watching. If you don't look, the game can't progress properly. And it's an uncomfortable watch. It breaks your heart. After I finished this game, I called my mother because this game made me reflect on the relationships I have with family and friends, the loves that I have, and how I need them to know that I love them so much and how I know that they love me. Playing this game on stream, when the credits hit, I am unable to speak or breathe because all I wanted to do was sob. I can't speak. Hi all, I wasn't expecting it to be that rough. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, no. Oh. The creators just released a new game called Goodnight Universe. I'll let you know my thoughts in the comments when I play it. If you have the time and a webcam, go and play Before Your Eyes. If I had to describe Before Your Eyes in one word, and that is human. I love crying at video games. I think there's a beauty in that art that can make us feel vulnerable. And I'd love to know what games have made you cry below. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be Call of Duty or a weird movie tie-in game or whatever. I just want to know what games have reached you like that. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting. If you have been loving my weekly videos lately, please go and support that. My name is Bardic, and I love you. Bye.